approve the minutes and the agenda, so we'll move to public comment. Anybody's from public comment?
I guess Cynthia can do public comment. I just want to thank everybody for supporting my Thanksgiving event. It turned out very well.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah, it turned out rather nice without too much effort. That's easy. Passing out bags is easy compared to doing dinner.
Don is muted.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes, you're muted, Don.
Oh,
Does somebody want to send him a text or something?
That's still muted?
Nope, we hear you now.
Lily is on.
Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing? Hope y'all have had a good
How you doing?
Thanksgiving.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we got quorum now, don't we?
Indeed, we do.
Well, let's go back up to the approval of the agenda and the minutes.
I move to approve the minutes as submitted and the agenda.
Second?
I will second it.
Okay, it's moved properly second. All in favor, I know you by saying aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Opposed, abstentions, they both pass. We'll go to law enforcement agencies, and we'll start with the sheriff department.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's Lieutenant Gilbert. I don't have much. Let me start off by saying, yeah, happy Thanksgiving, and as we move into the Christmas holidays, happy holidays to you all. For the month of November, there was 241 calls for service in the North Richmond area. Now, for the month of October, that's 273. But here's the big thing. Last year, you guys had 359 calls for service for the month of November. And the year before that, 465 calls for service. So as you can see, it's been a drastic reduction in the number of calls for service over the last 2 years, which is a really good thing. Actually, right now, looking at 3 months crime comparison, crime is actually down in North. We did have a 245 where 3 or 4 people were shot over on Garamita, but every last one was very, very uncooperative. No one even wanted to give their names. You know, no one died. Nobody was fatal. So we weren't able to get anyone in custody, but it's still an ongoing investigation. Like I say, very, very uncooperative. We did have the street sweep where the sheriff's office actually towed about 14 vehicles out of North Richmond area, and then cited a couple more for various vehicle code violations. Other than that, I'll open the floor to the board first for any questions to me.
Lieutenant Buford, this is Cynthia. I have a question. Being that the shooting is ongoing investigation, can you tell me what nationality was involved? Was it African Americans or was it Hispanic?
Hispanic.
Okay, because I just want to know, since all the blacks basically moved out of North Richmond, and I just want to know who's committing the crimes.
Well, I can't say who committed the crime. I told you who was the victim.
Oh, for sure. Okay, I feel you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions for the sheriff? Thank you so much. And do we have anybody here from the Richmond Police Department? Hearing none, I will ask if we have anybody from Highway Patrol. I'm hearing none there as well. We're going to move on to the agency reports and Healthy Richmond. Anyone from Healthy Richmond?
Okay, it's going to be a short meeting here.
Okay, no one from Healthy Richmond. We'll start with Robert.
Thank you very much, Chair Gilmore. Thanks everyone for being here. Thank you to the board. These are difficult times with COVID-19 and they may get more difficult in the near future. First, I want to point out, as we've had with reports in the past from our health department, where we had detailed data last meeting about COVID-19 and its impact on our community of North Richmond. We saw that in North Richmond, there are unfortunate statistics that suggest that COVID-19 is having an impact disproportionate on our community than it is in other communities in Contra Costa County and the state. So we need to be especially vigilant with our loved ones and our friends and our families and neighbors to try to reduce the spread in North Richmond. Fortunately, in North Richmond, we have the Great Health Center and we have free testing that's going on there now and has been for a while. Director Shanier Matawaki and her staff are doing a great job serving the community. I want to let everyone know that on Monday through Friday, there's testing right here at the health center. The hours are 1 p.m. to 4:15 p.m. on Monday and 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Tuesday through Friday. Now, to access this great resource, we ask that you call and make an appointment. The appointment number is on all the literature that's out there. I will say it now, though, also. It's 844-421-0804. Please pass that number around to anybody you might know in North Richmond. We want everyone to get tested as often as possible. It's free. It doesn't require any insurance, any social security number, anything of that nature. Also, when you access this service at the health center, you'll get other benefits, like they'll talk to you about best practices, how to keep you and your family safe. We have an amazing health center in North Richmond. Our challenge is to always utilize this resource to the greatest benefit possible. And so that's a big part of what we have to do as leaders in always sharing that and encouraging people to utilize it. So testing and using precautions is very important. As I alluded to earlier, COVID-19 is getting worse. We fully expect, we've had briefings recently, and we expect the governor to have statewide mandatory shutdowns coming in the next few days. We don't know exactly what the details will be, but we can expect reductions in some services, some businesses that there has been opening. This is necessitated by really unfortunate surging patterns in infection. This is happening, of course, not only in California, but even to a greater extent in some other states in the country. The vaccine is on the way, we're told, and so that will be good, but it's likely that in the next month, it might get to the worst points of all. So I don't know what the holidays will look like, but the expectation is that the next few weeks could be a rough go of it, and there might be statewide restrictions coming down. So let's be safe. Let's do our best to protect the most vulnerable. Let's get tested, and let's keep our distance, and let's use sanitation and so forth. On a happier note, the Verde School Drive is continuing. We're having a Zoom holiday party for Supervisor Joya, and it benefits the school. Usually, of course, we have a great party here at the office, and you all come, and that's a lot of fun. We'll do a Zoom one to be safe, and the theme is going to be sharing gratitude for what we're doing in our communities. So it'll be not only a time to hear from Supervisor Joya for some of the latest news and updates in the community, but also to share space and provide your own inputs and outlook and space to share. So we're looking forward to a great community gathering that's safe via Zoom. It's next week. It's on the evening of December 9th. And I hope you'll all join. I've sent out invites before. The Zoom link is there. If anybody needs any help with that, just reach out to me and I'll send you another invitation. With that, there's a lot of good things going on in North Richmond. And like I've said before, if you see anything in terms of dumping, any community challenges, please reach out to me or the great Felisa Orozco, who is the community coordinator through the mitigation fund via CHDC. So there are partners and resources around. Please reach out to us anytime. I also, during my little report, I know we'll talk about it probably some more and we'll give space to her, but I want to welcome a new member to the MAC. Princess Robinson joins us, and she's going to be replacing Karen Garcia. We really thank Karen Garcia for her service, and she did a great job while she was here, and now she makes way for Princess Robinson. On a personal note, I met Princess 5 or 6 years ago, and she was working elbow and knee deep in the creeks for Urban Tilth. And she went from that role to the leadership roles that she's occupying now. Princess is truly a great community leader, someone who was born and raised, and lived a good portion of her life, as I understand it, in North Richmond. And she's extremely hardworking, honest, with the utmost integrity, and has a really beautiful family too. So welcome, Princess. I know you'll have a few words to say as well. And I know that the MAC is going to benefit from your service. With that, I'll close my report and be open to any questions.
I have a question. Is anybody else having problem hearing Robert, or is it me?
It's just you.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's loud and clear to me also.
Thank you, Robert, for your report. I see there's no questions.
Dr. Clark on board.
Henry,
Dr.
welcome.
Clark is here.
Yeah. Okay. So with that, yes, I want to echo the sentiments for Princess, a great addition to the MAC. Princess and I have worked together for a while and have some activities together on some task force, and welcome her to this MAC. I know that she will be a great benefit for us here. So welcome. Don't know if you want to say anything, but we're just happy to have you aboard.
Yeah, I'll say a little something. I'm happy to be here. I'm really appreciative to be a part of this space. Yeah, I started working with Urban Tilth 5-6 years ago. So I've been working in North Richmond for about 6 years, but I also used to live downtown on York Street a long time ago. I got family, all my family stays out here still. They have a church out here. So yeah, I'm just really happy to be here and just continue the work going on in North Richmond and uplifting the community and making sure that, like, we lead the way like we've been doing.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Princess. All right.
Don,
yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Sure.
There's one other thing I wanted to mention. I'd be remiss if I didn't. And this is a solemn, and welcome again, Princess.
Yeah.
On another note, on a solemn occasion, I want to mention that a really lovely member of our community, Robin Bryant, who also has attended many MAC meetings and participated, and has been a resident of CHDC Senior Housing. I know, Don, you know her. As I understand it, Robin passed last week. I don't know the circumstances around it. I know her health was not good. And I spoke with Robin not more than 2 weeks ago. And Robin was very intelligent, was very passionate about this community, and always had a really good short joke to tell if you asked her about it. So she will be missed. I know I will miss her. I know anyone else who knows her will miss her. And so please rest in peace to Robin Bryant, a member of the community and a participant in this MAC.
Thank you, Robert. I think, Lily, did you have something you wanted to add? No? Okay. Okay, well, I'll move on to CHDC's report. Not a whole lot to report, except for, there's a big statement that's coming out tomorrow. There's a big news conference about providing down payment assistance through Wells Fargo's Neighborhood Lift and NeighborWorks America's program. So it'll be in 6 counties, and it's a $25,000 forgivable grant, basically. And it will be on for 5 years, and then it just goes away. But people will be able to get in line for that, basically starting on February 1st, but there's some things to do for folks to get ready. So they can come to CHTC and get qualified, get your certificate for home buyer from the home buyer program, because you'll need it to get on that list. It's going to be 359, almost a little less than $10 million that is going into this program. And if folks cannot actually do it right now, take advantage of the education that's being provided. And so you can put yourself in a position to be ready to buy for a home in the future. So it'll officially come out. You guys are getting the word a little early, but hopefully you can spread the word. And we're doing all the Bay Area, 6 Bay Area counties. It's coming through your backyard right here in North Richmond. We're handling all that right here. So take advantage of the opportunity. I also like to mention that, you know, a lot of stuff has happened in North Richmond, and the health center, the street improvements that have happened, you know, Heritage Point, the community heritage, Parkway Estates, a lot of infill projects, the youth build program that was here once. All that stuff took place because we had a collective vision, a collective focus on what we were going to do in the community. And that was through a North Richmond Memorandum of Understanding, where all stakeholders had a part to play and a focus. And it also helped us when we went to the city council and to the board of supervisors, because we had their names signed on the dotted line, basically that they were going to commit to these areas of improvement that we're planning in the community. And so that will expire after this year. And so we need to continue that. It's been 20 years of this going on, and you can see the improvements that were made. But we need to re-engage, take some of the benefits we got from all our town hall meetings, the different things that have happened, and put this all together in a piece so we can advocate not just for funds from the city and the county, but for state and federal funds that can support us in doing what we're trying to do. So I'm working with the supervisor's office to initiate it. Hopefully we can start it in the first of the year. That would be the goal, but we'll give you more on that as it comes up. And with that, that concludes my report. Are there any questions for anyone?
Yeah, Don, Dr. Clark.
Yeah.
I have a question. Yeah, in regard to, my question is regard to something that, hello?
I hear you.
Yeah, my question is in regard to something that I bet you said at a previous meeting in your report about you talked about setting up a process how the MAC, and we could track the those basically community benefits from the various different promises that have been made to the MAC from developers and so forth that come before the MAC. And I heard you say that your CHTC was going to be setting up possibly some a process where you could track those. Is that correct?
Yeah, so what Robert has done is he's got a list of everybody who's come through here and promised what they were going to do for his job opportunities. We are trying to put together a mechanism that will hold those companies accountable and partner with us to have people ready to take those jobs. So part of that will be functioned out of the resource center that we're putting together at Heritage Point for the community. So, I mean, that is still in the process of going. We're looking for funds through EDA and other foundations to help support what we're trying to do. And I can give you progress on that on my reports going forward.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Good, thanks.
Okay. Okay, so if there's no other questions, I'll ask Felicia Orozco to come forward on the mitigation program.
Good evening, everybody. So I would like to report, again, continuing to address communities' concerns around illegal dumping. I think we all have, either driven by or know of one of these hot spots. So even though it seems like some of these areas aren't being cleaned fast enough, I do want to assure everybody that we are working behind the scenes, we meaning multiple agencies from both the county and the city, to try to, clean them up and address them and obviously prevent from them continuing to become dumping grounds. Another initiative that has been very strong has been the Task Force Patrol Community Services resource team that has been walking the streets for the past 2 months. So we picked some streets, a couple of streets, and all the agencies from both county and city address them. So we've had really successful street walks for the past 2 months, adding to what Lieutenant Buford reported earlier. For example, the November street, community outreach had a total of 16 attendees from Sheriff's Office, the county environmental health, code enforcement, public works, everyone.
Man,
Okay, I'm not hearing you. I don't know if anybody else is.
me either.
Oh, it's cut off.
Okay,
Yeah, we just lost her.
okay. Well, we're gonna move on to, she can come back in at a later time if she comes back, and we'll go with Urban Tilt. Is anybody here from Urban Tilt? Urban Tilt?
Yeah, that'd be me. Also Princess, but since she's part of the meeting, I'll still come on. But yeah, right now, like we mentioned in the last month's meeting, we're still trying to get this survey out, especially from San Pablo and North Richmond folks and residents. And so yeah, I'll drop the link in the chat if people can fill that out tonight or just save it and pass it along. That'd be great. And also we have farm tours next month that we're gonna be scheduling. So if that's something you might be interested or know anyone, you can give them my email and contact information. But yeah, I think that's all the updates, unless Princess has anything more to add.
No, I think you hit it on the nail, Marco.
Okay, thank you very much. So I did see Councilmember Eduardo Martinez. I guess Martinez, I don't see him anymore. So that I'm not going to prolong this, but is there anything else that anybody wants to say for the good of the group? If please just raise your hand or something if you wanted to say anything.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Oh, that's Latrice. I'm gonna let Latrice speak and I'll speak after her.
Okay.
I yield to you, Latrice.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. It's so good to talk to each of you, even though we're going through this uncertain times right now. I just want to mention that the Our Transit Lift program is still in operation, and it's available to seniors 55 and over, and also to the disabled community. And we're off, my company, L. Wilson, Alford and Associates, we're working with the city of Richmond, and we are also offering support for people who need assistance in downloading the app or even learning how to use the program. So we still have some riders, and the thing is they're safe. We have new protocols in place where drivers have to wear masks and also sanitize the vehicles. We have hand sanitizer for people who need it, and also masks. So if anyone is still interested in the program, they can sign up through the city. If they need assistance, they could call me on my cell, which is 707-246-3135. It's better to text me, and I can have one of our volunteers assist anybody with technical assistance in regards to signing up or even using the app. And thank you guys. It's great to talk to y'all. Are there any questions? No.
Thank you,
Okay.
Trustee.
Okay.
Thank you.
Andy, you were next.
Yes. Well, good evening, everyone. And I would like to just chime in for our new MAC council member, which is Princess. I was trying to find my little mechanism to mute and unmute, but it had passed me so quickly, but I said, that's okay. But I definitely would like to thank her for being a part of the MAC and coming aboard. She is one that, as she knows, that I've had my eye on her for quite some time. And I'm just glad that she stepped up to the plate and actually accepted to become a MAC member. She will be a great voice. She's very boisterous. I've been monitoring her, I've been watching her, and she knows that I've been behind the scenes watching her. So I'm just so happy that she's aboard, and she knows that if she has any questions or if she needs any input from me, that I'm there for her. So thank you again for being aboard, Princess, and you know I got you, okay? All right, thank you.
Okay, you know, I didn't mention, I don't think I mentioned ask for Reach, but I didn't see anybody here from Reach Fellowship. And
well, you know, Don, I'm sorry. I did talk to Bishop earlier just before getting online at 4:30, but the conversation that I have is for Felicia. I had called Janie, and Janie got back to me at 5 o'clock when you all got on. But it's just a conversation I would like to have with Janie and Felicia later on, so we can have something to report on. And that's through Reach, okay? And that's through Reach.
okay, Jane, I see Janie. Can you unmute? I don't know if you had anything else you wanted to say, because I'm not sure we got Felicia back. We weren't hearing anything.
No, I think Felicia is back, but she pretty much covered everything. In terms of community building and engagement department, we are moving forward. As everybody know, I'm in the office every day. We are still giving out vouchers. We're still working with the different programs in the area that's giving out food. 515 Silver still doing the brown bags, even though the center is not open, but we are still doing the food part. We have our Christmas food basket giveaway, which is going to be on the 19th and 20th of December. So we'll be serving about 400 families, and we are taking names now. Thanks to Lily at Chevron. She did her contribution that she always does to try to help out with that program. So we want to thank everybody for working with us. And if you have any questions, you can always call me. My number is 510-760-3241. You can get on the list and you can call the center. And if you want to, if you're interested in getting a food basket, or you know someone who needs a food basket, you can always call Linda, and her number is 510-255-7799 and get on the list. And you need to try to do that right away, because I think the cutoff is probably going to be around the 13th or 14th of the month. Thank you, and that's about all I have done.
And I am back, so if appropriate, I would like to finish my report out and open it up for any questions as well. My apologies.
Sure, go ahead.
So I'm not exactly sure where I got completely cut off, but during our November walk, we did have 16 attendees from several agencies. We had a total of about 8 code enforcement and environmental health citations that were given. We had 14 cars towed, 3 citations, 4 vehicles that were tagged. And I obviously addressed some of the illegal dumping on both Fred Jackson and Truman. So, we've kind of started this event again, this initiative, and I think it's definitely been successful the past 2 months that we've had it. We'll probably have to cancel with everything going on and the COVID spikes. We might have to cancel December, but hoping to continue doing this and engaging the community, residents, including all the agencies, first part of next year, as long as it's safe for everyone to do so. So happy about that. And again, like Jamie said, we do continue to address community concerns about all the illegal dumping that is still happening. So we do have our hands around that. Any questions?
Okay. I don't have, if I may.
Yeah.
May I? Okay. Felicia, I'm glad to see that you're back on. Well, one of the things that was reported to me earlier, and that I don't know how we should go about this, but
I can't hear you. Give me 1 sec.
Okay, I hear some static in the back.
Yeah, there's some background noise. No worries.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Just folks, mute yourself if you're not talking, so we can hear.
All right. So what I want to address to you, I've had a couple of calls about individuals that are dumping, and that they are actually using our vacant sites, the housing authority sites, as a dumping ground. And I was just wondering, how can we go about having to eradicate that, because individuals are coming from different places throughout the neighborhood and just dumping on these sites. Now, and this is what I was saying, I might have to get with you and law enforcement, whoever, in order to see if we can more or less stop having this done. I will be receiving some addresses of individuals that are doing this, and I would like to get with you in order to turn those addresses over to you, who the dumpers are. It's furniture, it's a lot of furniture. It's not as much as trash, but it's furnishing. It's like, cleaning out their houses, for dresses and bedded and stuff, and dumping it there. So if you can, I would like to, set up a call with you probably tomorrow, because the addresses is going to be coming into me, and see what we can do with that. Okay? So
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm done. Thank you.
Okay. Henry, did you want to say anything?
Yes, I do. In regard to the dumping issue, we've brought this up in the mitigation committee also, but if we really going to deal with the persistent dumpers of garbage in our community, it seems like that, and hopefully Robert, maybe, you and Supervisor Georgia can follow up on this also, because we've been told through the mitigation committee and the community that that these people who are persistently dumping garbage in the community, that when they are apprehended or brought before the judge or the DA, that nothing is really done to them about this here. And so they just continually repeat doing the same thing, dumping in our community. And that is really unacceptable situation. So hopefully as we go forward in the new year, that maybe we could talk to the DA or whoever the judge is to let them know that, we are doing all that we can on a community level to stop the garbage dumping. But then when these people are apprehended, we understand that they are coming before the DA or the judge and just getting a free ride and not really held accountable. And that's really unacceptable.
I have a question. I'm
Sure.
Leticia. Yeah, I would like to see or know if there is any updates in trash and dumping that is happening on Pittsburgh near Jackson. I think I said something about 2 months ago, and then later I talked to Felicia and she said she would talk to the owners of the business there, but I don't know if you have been by that place, the Pittsburgh. Now it's a huge dumping site, basically. And I would like to know if Felicia has any updates on that.
Hi, Leticia. Yes, I did make note, and again, I'd like to reassure everyone. I know it doesn't seem like it, but we are actively engaged and aggressively trying to pinpoint, the folks that are responsible for this, and working with the property owner. The property owner is being very cooperative. So, just know that I can't, disclose too much information, but just know that it is being actively addressed with all of the agencies, all of the enforcement agencies that need to be, involved. These are being addressed. And so as soon as I have, more specific information, I will definitely let everyone know.
Okay.
If I may,
Sure.
Don,
Yeah.
we're aware of that site as well. I see an official complaint that came in on November 24th with photographs, and all the appropriate departments are aware of this, and enforcement and remediation is on its way.
Okay. I mean, I know that some of these things, its process is involved as well, but keep us updated on that. I mean, it's good to be communicative so people can know that we actually are, working the process. I think that's important as well. So if we have to do some things we can only do whatever's in what law will provide us to do. And so there are some inherent restrictions that we have to work through. But it's good to know that it is being worked on. That's important.
And I think it's important to know that maybe at the next MAC board meeting, Robert, we might want to invite somebody in from County Public Works or Code Enforcement, because this is in the county and it is on private property. So we might want to have them to come and address some of the questions that may come up in regards to this. Because in terms of mitigation, we can only go so far, and then the county has to take over and do what they need to do with the owner of the property. One thing about it is we in mitigation just always go out and look at it to make sure that all that garbage is not on the street, because if it is, then we report it and we have Richmond Sanitary to come by and pick it up if it's on the public right of way. But in terms of going onto the property, we can't go, they will not go onto the property, but We are in contact with all the other agencies that's involved, as Robert said, and hopefully they can give you more of an update of what they're doing with the owner of the property.
Yeah, well, I think it may be good to maybe go through a process so folks can see what's involved in the different types of dumping that is going on, and what are the pathways in each one of those. And the other thing is that, I mean, everybody should be attending these mitigation committee meetings where you have your joint forces together to address some of these issues collectively. And if there are places where we've gotten is stagnant, then maybe that's where we get the impetus to make things move.
Hey, Don, if I may.
Go ahead, Jose.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jose. I'm with County Health. So part of my job is to do illegal dumping and work other environmental crimes in North Richmond. I am working with the property owner on Pittsburgh Avenue, as well as with Republic. There's some stuff in the works right now that I can't give that information out to you all, but some of the addresses that I've gone to on the illegal dump sites there in Pittsburgh Avenue have been people that have moved out of state, out of the county. So I have a meeting with the property owner as well as with Republic on Thursday to set up some stuff. So I should have more by the next meeting.
Thanks so much, Jose. And I just want to reiterate, mitigation is doing a fantastic job. And they do a fantastic job keeping our public right-of-ways clean all day, every day. It's pretty fascinating. This particular massive dump site is on private property. That enforcement is going to occur. And also, I want to give a shout out here, because I think a big part of the reason that we know about this is because of great community members. And I'm gonna just go ahead and give her the props. Leticia, thanks so much. I know that you brought it up here, so you don't mind me bringing it up again. You provided great information, great intel on this. And that's the kind of thing that we need. It just takes a minute sometimes to get the work done. But if you see anything in your community that you don't like, you let us know.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for. We don't have these quick meetings, but we'll take this, and I think we got work done.
If I may, Don.
Yeah, go ahead.
I thanks so much. I neglected to mention something earlier. Again, the big party, and I put it in the chat, is on December 9th. Please join. And I wanted to just note that fundraising is going great for the kids this year at Verde, the books. And I noticed that last year's biggest donor, Joe Pulido, is on there. He's on our meeting. Thank you so much, Joe. You made the huge mural possible that's in the cafeteria. And this year's biggest donor so far, they're always there for us. They're always a great partner. It's Lily and Chevron Corp. Lily, thank you so much. Chevron, thank you so much. You really put your money where your mouth is when it comes to supporting the children in this community. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert, and thank you, Janie, also for the shout out. We appreciate all of you and appreciate partnering with all of you.
Thank you, Lily.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you everybody for coming. We're done, and be safe out there.
Okay, and happy holidays. Try to have a happy holiday. Okay.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Okay. Bye.
Hi, Annie.
Hi. Who is that?
Hi, Dr. Clark.
And
Hi, everyone.
How you doing?
how you doing? Good.
Hey, not too bad. Hey, real quick, so that y'all know, we're having a big issue over by Pick and Pull, behind Pick and Pull.
Okay.
With the homeless. We're getting a lot of stolen vehicles, a lot of fires, just a lot of nasty stuff happening there. So I was actually Richmond Fire, the investigator, reached out to me today, and we're gonna try to set up a sting operation there. So we're gonna put some cameras up there, figure out what's going on, because the homeless there are defecating in the creek.
Okay.
And they're also burying garbage, debris, and all types of chemicals into that creek. And because of COVID, we're kind of like in limbo right now on what to do. So we're probably going to meet up with the railroad, Public Works, City of Richmond, and we're going to try to come up with a solution to get that area cleared out. Because what's happening is all the materials that's being buried in the creek, it's changing the chemicals. And whatever goes out into that creek goes out into the ocean. It comes right back to us.
Right.
So I just want to give you a heads up on that one.
Jose, I would like to attend because I had just the walkthrough that was done over here, the last walkthrough with the county.
Yeah.
And he's on the end of Verde, where my property is on Verde and Truman. My daughter, right there, she's at my place, the duplex right on the corner. Anyway, I think it was last year, a year before last, we had an encampment back there, and they removed something like, 3 truck loads of a structure.
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
Yeah.
So I was asking if anyone has returned yet, and she said she doesn't think so. But what I want to, what I'm getting at, the cul-de-sac there on Truman and Verde, that has an ordinance, and I had someone to look that up. I put an ordinance in about almost 30 years ago. And the reason being that they used to come and park cars, they used to steal cars there and burn them up, and they would explode and they would blow out everybody's windows at a time. So what I went to the county, and I had an ordinance there, and I think the ordinance is still there, that you cannot park there, vehicles there, because 2 things. Number one, it blocks the entrance of that gate in order, if it's a fire hazard or whatever, in order for them to go into the creek. And if it's a fire, any emergency vehicle to get into that space.
Right.
So it's no parking there. It's no parking there to, to obstruct any type of emergency vehicle at any time. So what I'm saying is that I know the Public Works, I had mentioned that I knew who had the keys to those gates, because the MAC with Dr. Clark and I and Mr. Spears, which was with Public Works, Mr. Spears actually worked with Public Works, and they had keys to each one of those gates.
Yeah.
Now,